Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there was a cheeky little girl called Goldilocks. One bright sunny morning, she went for a walk in the woods to find some flowers for her mother. As she was walking, she saw a charming little cottage with pretty flowers outside. She could smell something delicious coming from the cottage and went to take a closer look. As Goldilocks got closer, she noticed the front door was slightly open. She knocked on the door, but there was no answer, so she called out, "Is anyone home?" But there was still no. Even though nobody was at home, Goldilocks was so curious that she wandered inside the cottage. There she saw 3 bowls of porridge on the breakfast table. She could see a big bowl, a middle-sized bowl, and a small bowl of steaming hot porridge. Goldilocks was hungry, so she tried some porridge from the big bowl, but it was too hot. So she tried some porridge from the middle-sized bowl, but it was too cold. Next, Goldilocks tried the small bowl and it was just right. Yummy! This is delicious porridge, she said, and ate it all up. Goldilocks was feeling quite full now and needed to sit down, so she crept into the next room where she saw 3 chairs, a big chair, a middle-sized chair, and a small chair. Goldilocks sat on the big chair, but it was too high, so she tried the next chair. She sat on the middle-sized chair, but it was too low. Then Goldilocks tried the small chair, and it was just right. She was really enjoying herself when suddenly the chair broke. Goldilocks fell on the floor with a crash and hurt her bottom. "Ouch! That hurt!" she cried. All this commotion made Goldilocks feel quite tired, and she felt like having a nap. She noticed the stairs and went up. When Goldilocks went upstairs, she saw 3 beds, a big bed, a middle-sized bed, and a small bed. Goldilocks jumped onto the big bed first, but it was too hard. Then she tried the middle-sized bed, but it was too soft. Then she tried the small bed, and it was just right. It was so cozy and comfortable that Goldilocks fell fast asleep. Meanwhile, the 3 bears arrived back home from their morning walk to the shops. When they got back home, they noticed someone had been eating their porridge. "Who's been eating my porridge?" roared Father Bear. "Who's been eating my porridge?" cried Mother Bear. "And who's been eating my porridge?" said Baby Bear in a sad voice. "And they've eaten it all up." They entered the next room and noticed someone had been sitting on their chairs. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" growled Father Bear. "And who's been sitting in my chair and made a mess?" cried Mother Bear. "And who's been sitting on my chair and they've broken it?" squealed Baby Bear. The 3 bears went upstairs. The beds were very messy. "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" said Father Bear in a big cross voice. "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" said Mother Bear disapprovingly. "And who's been sleeping in my bed and she's still there?" cried Baby Bear. Mother and Father Bear saw Goldilocks fast asleep in Baby Bear's bed. Goldilocks suddenly woke up. She saw the 3 bears staring down at her and got a terrible fright. She was so scared that she jumped out of bed, ran down the stairs, and out of the cottage. She ran all the way home as fast as she could, and that was the last the three bears ever saw of Goldilocks.